Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Sing Beyond and Through with Monty. Well, you see it right here. It says, beware of black faces with the white mindset. So let me tell you where I'm going to take this. The other day, I came across in the Maryland Shade Room about this Instagrammer, YouTuber, and I guess he's very popular on the social media app TikTok. Guess he's a king of TikTok with I want to say almost 100 million followers. His name is Kame Lemay, if I'm pronouncing that right. But it says meet Kame Lemay, 21-year-old TikTok sensation, who lost his job in 2020, but is now worth nearly $2 million. That's wonderful. But Kame Lemay is a Senegalese-born TikToker based in Italy. And when I said based in Italy, I'm thinking, okay, I think I know what he's about. But let's read on. He became known for his short comedy skits where he sarcastically points out people who complicate simple tasks for no reason at all. As of July 2020, Lemay has the second most followed TikTok account. I thought he surpassed it. I thought he became the king of TikTok. But it's a female, though, I believe, who's the number one TikTok star. So he would be the king of TikTok and she's the queen. But anyway, I want to get back to where it says based in Italy. Senegalese born, based in Italy. And I'm sitting up there thinking. But before that, he was on the Melanin Shade Room. And many of these black blog sites were eating it up. Giving him congratulations here, praise there, glory there. But people, I'll caution you about this. Be very aware of who you give praise and glory to. You have got to look into people's background. You must vet people very carefully. Because, as it says, beware of black faces with the white mindset. All of this adulation, all of this praise and glory that you're heaping upon him, he may not feel the same way about black people. And when I looked on his Instagram, sure enough, it pretty much confirmed my suspicions. He's African, and I can tell you the way that Africans feel about Europeans or white people. They like them. They almost glorify them. It's a little short of deification. I wouldn't say all that. I'm being a little bit facetious or exaggerating there. But they do love white people. Africans have this infinity towards white people for some strange reason. But when I looked on his Instagram page, it kind of confirmed my gut feeling. Just look at this right here. He's hugged up there with a white person after white person after a white person. This is very common for Africans who come out of Africa into Europe, into the States. They tend to favor being around white people. Now, is that a problem? Yes and no. And this picture right here sums up everything right there. Who he wants to be linked with, unified with, brothers with. It tells a lot. I asked the question, is that a problem? And I said yes or no. Yes and no. Yes, it's a problem if black people are in some type of a way exalting people who do not exalt them. If black people are placing a person first by virtue of them having black skin who do not place them first. If black people are choosing to have this guy as a role model for what? Why would you want to give the status of a role model to someone who does not even prefer black people? I would doubt seriously at this particular stage if he even prefers African black people. It's obvious to me that he prefers the company of white people. And that is very much a problem. He should not be in our spaces. Really, he should not be in any type of category where we are somehow electing people to be the most admired. Kind of like Alfonso Ribeiro, the post I did on him, or the video I did on him about 2 videos ago. It would have been like a week or two ago, where he's coming over in the black spaces complaining how he's not really been accepted, but yet at all he doesn't reach out to black people. See, we need to be very careful who we admire here. We truly do. And sometimes let others admire them. Okay, he's now nearly worth $2 million. Good for him. But he can admire that with his European friends. He can admire that with his white friends. He can admire that with his African friends. We as black Americans or other black people, we do not have to admire this. We need to get out of admiring people based upon how many followers they have, how much money they have. When he was nearly unemployed, did any people admire him then? And remember, here he is with a girl. I mean, they're hugged up on each other. She looks to be Italian. He's in Italy. Of course, this is going to be a given. He can form, if you want to. I'm sure there are groups of Africans, Senegalese in Italy, Nigerians in, I know there's Nigerians in the UK. The UK has a very strong Nigerian presence. So I'm sure that there's what I want to say, neighborhood or cultural centers are basically groups that you can choose to be with. But of course, he's not going to choose to be with Senegalese. He's going to choose Italians or other white Europeans to be with. And because of that, we should not be putting anyone like this on a pedestal. I don't wish him any harm or evil. However, I'm not going to admire him. I don't give a damn how many followers you have. Are you a millionaire? He's not to be admired. And we need to be very careful with that. We tend to heap praise upon people who do not deserve it. These pictures right here tell a story. And I'm sure, let's go back here. He does not want to have a child or reproduce a child that looks like him. Now, I don't mean that as an insult. I'm saying that to say he probably does not see himself as being attractive, as being beautiful. He probably does not like his melanin. He probably wants to reproduce a child that looks like this. And she's the carrier who can do that. So there's a big problem when you have black people who do not want to reproduce a child that looks like them. He wants to reproduce children that looks like this. That looks like this. So you can clearly see with that type of mindset that a person like that is not worthy of our adulation, of us uplifting them, giving them praise or any type of a glory. Those are people that we should just make a choice, like I have, to just stay away from. I have not looked at his TikTok. I'm not on TikTok, to be honest with you. But all those many followers that he have, I'm sure he's very popular. They know who he is. Here he goes right there. So it's obvious as to what he prefers. He probably loves the fact that they have accepted him. He probably loves the fact that he's looked at as being anything other than black. When you have some money, people will view you differently. Combine that with fame. It's going to be double the difference right there. Many of these people probably like him because of his fame and his fortune that he has. But from what I've seen on his Instagram, just like I checked out Alfonso Ribeiro's, I did not see any type of black unity or reaching out to black people or talking about African, what's going on in South Africa, what's going on in, let's say, some slavery that is still happening where women are being lured from Africa to work as maids in the Middle East, where men are being lured from Africa to work someplace in the Middle East and they're held as slaves. There's nothing like that on his page. He's not talking about anything like that. There's nothing about being pro-black. So that's how you can judge people, by what they put on their page. And you can clearly see what he put on his page. This is what he values. He values white people. So beware of black faces with the white mindset. We need to be very careful about who we're uplifting, who we're giving the mantle of a leader to, who we're declaring to be some type of a great person, a role model. We don't even need to clap for certain people. We shouldn't clap for certain people. We don't need to give them a standing ovation, because these same people will not give us a standing ovation. They will not clap for us. They will clap for white people, but they won't do it for us. So with that, people like this here, that makes them null and void. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is another edition of Seeing Beyond and Through with Monty, and I will see you beyond and through.